One with Laura Witte. How's that? I had a great call with your husband the other day, and man, you guys are having way too much fun. Let me just say that. So, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And can I just say your numbers real quick, or is
Sure.
it? So look, correct me if I'm wrong, Laura. 8 closings on Friday, 47 this month is what you're projected to close.
12 closings on Friday.
So it's 12. So Mark, yeah, you need to catch up with Mark there. They catch him up on those numbers. So
Yes,
I love
12
it.
closings on Friday.
12 on Friday.
That I think it breaks that might be a record for us. So
woo, let's go.
Pretty excited about that.
She's just a girl and she.
All right.
I just come here for the music.
I know. Hey, I'll keep playing it. You keep coming. So that's a deal. That is a deal.
Yeah.
So do you even know your increase from last year? You're up a lot this from this time last year, correct?
I think we're up over 20% so far in the first quarter.
What do you think? What changed? Not that you were doing bad, but what's the difference? Yeah. Mark said you guys have finally got it figured out or getting there.
I love that Mark thinks we got it figured out. Yeah. I think we're closer to figuring it out. We have last year we hired our first loan partner, who's like my right-hand person, and I don't know that she functions like some people use a loan partner. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that she's amazing and I love her. Her name is Anna Timchenko, and I don't know if she's listening, but
what's her phone number? No, I'm just kidding.
317. She might be on.
Yeah.
Let me see if she's on here. But yeah, she is. She's on. So I feel like she completed us.
Oh, that's special. All right.
Yeah. I feel like she did. We just have an amazing team. I mean, we just have an incredible team. I've learned to delegate more and let go of control and let go and trust the process more. I think that is a big part of it. Also being more intentional, making better decisions based on past information, all of that. I think.
Gotcha. Okay. So introduce yourself. Tell us where you're at. I know I jump right into the heart of the numbers, but where you located at and how long you've been in business?
Yes. So I'm Laura Witte. I'm one of the owners and loan originator with Highland Mortgage. I'm located in Atlanta, Georgia, and been doing this well over 25 years.
I love it.
Long time.
And so what knowing what you know now and where you guys have built to, how long did it, and I want to get back to the intention part because I think that's super important, but knowing what you know now, and if you say, hey, Laura, I'm going to take it all the way from you got to start over in a different state. Could you get there faster knowing what you know now with what you've put in place? Or would you do things differently? Oops, we lost you. You muted. She gone.
Can you guys?
There we go. Got you. We got you back. Yep.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. If I had to start over, sure. I've learned a lot of stuff that I should do and shouldn't do. So, what would I do if I had to start over another state? I mean, I think I would do similar stuff that I'm doing already, just on a probably more on a bigger scale. Like I've laid a foundation for where I am right now, but I probably do the same things, which is watch for opportunities, be open to opportunities. My mindset, that I have is like the wind tunnel of opportunities. This is like my metaphor for business where I see that everywhere. So I would become part of community events. Wherever I chose to live, I would become a part of that. I would be a good neighbor, and a good person and give. And then I think if you give, you receive naturally. You don't give to receive, but you give and it just happens that way.
Yeah.
Right. Where you get it back. But you also have to be, congruent is the word I use. You have to be in the game. You can't be like on the fence like your buyers. Some of your buyers, not all your buyers. But you can't be on the fence in this business. You have to be 100% in. I think when people talk to me, they hear how passionate I am. I'm confident because I know what I know and I know what I don't know. And I certainly do not know everything. And I have people way smarter than me to guide me. So find your people that can help guide you, and be the expert. You know, you can do that by going to speak at places. You can do that by becoming part of community groups online and in real life.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Love it. And so obviously, did you start out just, all right, I'm going to go out and just be a part of so you're saying, what I hear you the most is just put yourself out there and and so it sounds like from what I hear you saying is you're always asking or in a cool way, letting people know who you are and what you do for a living.
Right. Yes. And in a way that's not like in their face of what I do for a living. Sorry guys, the allergies here are terrible.
I know.
In Atlanta. I don't ever I don't lead with I'm a mortgage person. You know, I lead with I'm a neighbor. I'm a mom of a child in this community. You know, I'm sponsoring this because I care about this. And then they see that I do mortgages. And then I follow up with, you know, maybe a post or a flyer in the community, but I don't overdo it with mortgage or business stuff.
Very cool.
I think people want to do business with people they like.
What do you say to, because I think a lot of people are scared to be salesy. And so you obviously don't lead with commission breath or give me a loan. You lead with just a giving heart. And so when that happens, people want to know you more because you make it about a relationship. What is it that, like, I think a lot of people are scared to put themselves out there in fear of being salesy?
Okay. Well, first of all, it's okay to be scared because that's life. You're going to do stuff. I'm going to curse. You're going to do shit that scares you in life. That is okay. I think you don't have to that's one of the biggest things that freed me up in this life, in business and personal, was I'm scared. I can't do it. But that's not true. You can do it. I remember watching, it was like, you ever have those moments in your life where you're watching something, you see something on TV or whatever it is, you read a book, and you're like, wow, this is a definitively life-changing moment. And I don't know if I was just ready for the information or the information was the most mind-blowing, but I don't really watch talk shows, right? I'm just not a TV person. This was like 20 years ago or maybe 15 years ago. I was watching Ellen DeGeneres talking about how she's scared of public speaking.
Wow.
And I was like, what? You're scared? What? What are you talking about? You're on TV. And I'm just sitting there thinking, I am so scared of public speaking, like shaking, scared, my heart racing, feel like I throw up. And then she said, I was scared, but I do it anyways. And it just came together like, what? I can be scared and still do it? Oh my God. It was it's just one of those things where it's mind blowing, but it's not. It's just simple, like lessons you teach your kids that are find your people and be authentic and all this stuff. It's similar for sales. Find your people, be authentic, do something that scares you and push yourself past your comfort zone. And that's been one of my biggest leading behaviors is what can I do that I can't get out of and I'm going to have to push through, and I did that with public speaking. I did that with meeting agents. I did that with lots of things in my life. And I think that's something that's a good behavior to help people to begin with, to start with. So I just want to say, maybe this may be more information than you were asking for this one question, but you get ready in the morning, right? You get ready, you put on whatever makeup, not makeup, whatever you do your hair, you put clothes on. But what do you do inside yourself to get ready? Like states of consciousness. What do you do to show up for your job internally? So that is, to me, the foundation of it is what are you doing to show up for yourself, for your buyers, for your clients, for your kids, all of it. And then anything you do on top of that is just, it's that much better,
Crazy. No, that was a brilliant answer. If anybody has any, so you're getting a bunch of kudos coming in here. It's Chastity, Laura, I'm amazed by you. I admire your so calm and genuine. Your numbers are astronomical and an inspiration to us all. Greg, you're awesome. How do you have that talk with them about the large increase in rates over the last week in a calm way? Great question.
Yeah. So I can tell you guys, I'm very calm in my business. Not always in my life, but in my business, I am calm. Like the whole mortgage whisperer thing, I got that early on, and probably because a lot of if you're in this business, you probably come from chaos in your childhood. Probably, I'm just saying. It's like we've all had childhood trauma. Let's be loan officers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sadly sad but true. So this is how I look at it. All we can do is make decisions based on the information we have in front of us. And the rates have gone up. That's true. That's what rates do. They go up and down. That's what they do. Let's just really simplify this. All this data, and you're going, oh, the 10 years this and this and that. People don't care. They just want to know what you can do to help them. So I kind of really just on the simplest level, the rates go up, the rates go down. That's what they do. Are you going to base your life, like where your kids go to school, where you're going to live, where you're happy? Maybe somebody's getting a divorce. You're going to wait to start your life because the rate's 0.5% higher or lower. You kind of go to the core of why are they moving? Why are they looking for a house? Maybe this doesn't necessarily always work on a refinance, because if it's just plain, I'm at 7, I need 6 or whatever. But I've refinanced people saving 0.5 point because they were paying debt off. I mean, you got to find the reason somebody's doing what they're doing and ask a lot of questions, take a lot of notes. Anyone that works with me knows my notes are out of control. I write down everything just about people say. And then you're kind of feeding it back to them and saying, okay, you're telling me you want this because you want your kid in this school system, and you're selling this house because of that. And I know you have a 3% rate. That's great. Rates are, mortgages, a tool to help you get where you want to go. Where is it that you want to go? I take the shift off of rates, is what I'm saying.
I love the tool. I love this is a tool to get you where you want to go. Obviously, are you having, maybe you're not, but do you set proper expectations up front where the economy's like, do you even have a talk about that? Because right now, I think a lot of people are like, Eileen's like crying because she's like, she had probably a bunch of deals that didn't lock that maybe should have locked. Are you like, you got closings tomorrow? You got 12 closings tomorrow. Are they like, hey, Laura, I see, those are okay, but the ones coming up, do you just lock them up front and say, hey, here's your rate and here's what's going to happen?
Yeah, this is, I guess it depends on the situation that it really just depends on the situation. You have to, first of all, to answer that, you got to go back a couple steps. You got to diversify your pipeline for one thing. And that way, when you lose a deal or two, it doesn't hurt as much. It definitely hurts. Trust me, I lost a deal overnight. I'm trying to win back. And it's not fun. As far as locking, I feel like I have been that loan officer that sort of plays like, let me wait, let's see. And in some cases, I still do that occasionally, but I feel like for the most part, I'm on the defensive, and I tell my clients, we're going to lock. You can't take a chance in this market. There's too much uncertainty. There's too much shit happening like in the world. So you have to lock them. Now we have the ability to renegotiate if the market drops, like if they locked at 6 and we're now at 5.5. At Highland, we have the ability to do, a float down potentially if the client's like, hey, I'm 3 weeks from closing. I just saw the rates went to 5.5. I'm going to, of course, do what I can to keep the client. But all you can do is make the best decision that you can with the information you have right now. Are you ever going to lock on that day? Like look back at your pipeline and like you advise somebody to lock this day, and that was the perfect day. There's no perfect day in our business. You just advise them the best that you can. And, stuff happens. And if the rates come down a year from now, I hope you guys all have something with your companies where you can do like the no lender fee refinance type thing. We have that. That's a good strategy where you we'll waive your admin fees if you come back. You should have a refi watch list. I have my clients on a refi watch list. What is that? It's just me watching, but it sounds really good, right? It's just me like, hey, your rate's high. You want to be on our list? Sure. Refi watch list. And then I watched something that Barry Habib had a few weeks ago briefly. And then my sister who's in the business also did this. And it's the Get Refi Ready. Huge response to that. Hey, the rates aren't quite where you want them to be. I don't think it's time for you to refinance, even though you got that mailer saying the rates are 4%. They're not 4%. Let me watch the rates for you. What does that mean? You're going to update with a soft pull. You're going to update their employment, their income. You're getting them refi ready. So if the rates drop, you can lock them. So what does that do? That retains the client. That creates you being the expert. You're watching out for them, like all of these things. So you guys should be doing that too. That would be a good idea.
Refi ready, yeah. That'll put a bunch of things in your opportunities in your pipeline, and then also commit them to you. Very good, very good. Where, Laura, where's your business coming from? Agents, past clients, a little bit of both. New agents. Where are they coming from?
All of the above.
Okay.
And again, it's very important. I always say diversify or die. Very early on, I relied too much on 1 or 2 or 3 agents or whatever, and you can't do that because that's just not a good business model. So I always tried to spread the love. So agents, past agents, new agents. I'm very particular with who I take on as a new agent because it's got to be a good fit. Because just being authentic and liking who you work with. Past clients, we use we have different touches in our database. Social media, I'm starting to do, definitely not a social media expert, but we are getting leads from Instagram and Facebook. I don't pay for ads anymore. I kind of dabbled in that. And I'm sure there's a way to do it with the algorithm. And I just have somebody that just started that will kind of look into that and see if we should pay for ads. But basically I engage, I post, I'm part of community news groups. So when somebody tags me and says, use this person, I'll go and I'll respond, thank you. And then if somebody posts and asks questions about, I don't know, whatever, dry cleaning, what's the best dry cleaner? What's the best person for this or that? I try to be part of the community. That's your neighborhood Facebook page is a great place for leads and to be engaged.
Love it.
Yeah. I see Lynn asked about LinkedIn. I don't really go on LinkedIn that much.
She's asking which one do you feel you get the best traction from is what, and I'm seeing your stuff, by the way. I think it's great. You mark the pics and stuff.
Yeah. I do IG. I do IG. I do Instagram more. I do both Facebook and Instagram. I think it's different. Facebook, I get, because I'm in the news groups and especially for women, I get a lot of women that are going through divorces or struggling, kind of made a name for myself for that. Instagram is more click here. Oh, I saw your thing in stories. So I think it's a little different. I'm not on LinkedIn that often. Maybe I should be. And then I do a ton of events and I try to sponsor caravans, open houses, CE classes for agents, anything that could make you the expert in your community. When they think of mortgage, they should think of you.
Are you doing them CEs yourself personally, or is Mark doing them?
No, I'm doing
Okay.
I'm doing the CE classes.
Okay.
I'll teach, Mark will teach, whoever we bring on will teach.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'll do a majority of it. I like that. I was really scared to public speak, like I said earlier, for a long time. And I forced myself to do that so I could get over
Laura,
it.
I got a question on your CE. What topics do you think you get the most traction, not necessarily the most attendance, but the most traction from?
Yeah. So it's been a hit or miss. There's been times with CE that we've had 10 people and there's times we had 50. You have to, I think, align yourself with something that's relevant and someone in the community. So for example, condos, what a mess condos are right now. So we just did 2 CE classes back to back on condos, had great attendance. We taught those. There was a time when I wasn't CE certified. So I piggybacked on somebody that was like an attorney. You don't have to, for years I wasn't. So you don't have to be certified. You can just, attorneys are always doing CE classes. So you can just say, hey, can I help you sponsor? And I'd like to stay and be a advisor and then do like a 10-minute market update. That's great way to do it. And it's, if you're splitting it, it's pretty cheap. You can get an MI company to help you offset costs. I mean, you only have so many resources, right? So you got to choose wisely.
Good stuff. Going back to the intention, I think this is a big one that a lot of people maybe I know what I was talking about is the last 20 years have been transaction based. It's been easy to make a bunch of money in this business, and that changed, that flipped the switch, and it's going to get harder and harder for the people that aren't embracing change. What's your meaning behind intention?
Okay.
Or intentional?
Oh, well, I mean, this business is all about change. So you got to embrace change in this business. Every market's different. I've had people say, oh, the market's different. Market's changed. The market changes all the time. You gotta move with it, shift with it. And then you also have to lead with it, because you have to assess what are the patterns you're seeing, what are the needs that you're seeing, and then lead with that. There was and Mark is great on that too. You can see, oh, well, there was affordability issues because the rates were up. So we had this product that was a community lending through Chase, and we rebranded it as the Dream Maker. And we sold more than anyone in the state, maybe in the country. I don't know. We sold a lot of them because we were like, okay, this will help with affordability. And now that product's changed. So we're not really pushing that as much because they got too much business. I don't know. They priced out. It was different. You know how that happens. But you gotta you gotta create the trends. You gotta see what the needs are. I mean, change is inevitable, and also in our business, it's all about change. I mean, that's one of the reasons I love our business, is that it's never boring. It keeps evolving and changing.
Yeah, good stuff. Any questions for Laura? I mean, I could sit here and talk to you all day. So I gotta come up to you. So I heard through the grapevine that you're 4th in Georgia, or in
Fourth,
is that
third.
correct? 3rd. Okay. See, I'm messing my numbers up. 3rd. I mean, everyone helps, right?
That's okay.
Third in Georgia. So
yes.
So your projection, Mark said, was 212 million this year.
Gotta love my husband.
Dude, I'm just throwing some I'm just.
I know he wants to do that. I know that I'm good with 180 is my 180 to 212, I suppose. Is what,
okay.
Well, yeah. What I try to have unrealistic and realistic goals, but I think close to 200 either way would be nice.
I always like to say, if you say 212 and only hit 200, did you fail?
Yes, exactly. Just a failure.
All right. Brian has a great question. Are you reaching out to the RE broker to teach CE classes? I thought you had had to be certified. Can you elaborate? And Brian, I do have a company that I'm tied with. I'm not tied with, but I signed up with, that was on the call a week ago or so, preferrededucation.com. And if you want, I can make that connection. So just get with me, and you can get certified in your state or many states if you want to. So,
yeah.
Yes, Scott. I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, I did reach out to them. That was a good topic, but
okay.
I'm curious to hear how she's reaching out and what I could do as well. So appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do you mean reaching out to the people attending, or reaching out to get
to be a part of? No, to reaching out to broker owners, I think, to go into their offices, or do you go to the boards? where are you going to do these CE classes, and how does that all play out?
Okay. Yes. So I do reach out to talk to the broker owners.
Okay.
KW offices, NAP's a big office here, and I'll teach. We also have a database that we've added to, so we'll do a mailing, and then people will sign up, and then we post on social media. So lots of different mediums to do that. I'll invite my top, 25 agents or whatever to come, and then just the word gets out, and
Cool. So just anybody, everywhere, all the time. Yeah. Are you specifically going to the boards, or no? Did you take that route to go to the board of realtors? No. Okay.
No, but I know that's a good idea.
Yeah. I'll let you know, because as soon as I'm probably a month away from being certified in Florida, so I'll let you know it's where I'm going. So I'm just going to go to.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Laura, I would love to get your playbook on how you get, all the things that you just listed, what you do to get attendance. You have like a written SOP for all the things that you do to get that turnout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you be willing? I
Yeah.
would so love it if you'd be willing to share that.
Yeah, of course. So you want, sorry, it was a little hard to hear. You want
It was the playbook. It was the playbook on how you get people to show up. Because you say sometimes you have 10 or sometimes you have 50. Yeah.
So I think it depends on the topic and the day. Make sure you do the class on a day people will come. Fridays are not good. Mondays are not good here. Tuesdays are caravan day. So if you're going to do it later in the day. I find Wednesdays and Thursdays are the best days for CE classes. And you got to feed people.
Food helps. Food helps. Do you go to special? I know a couple of my friends do a nice restaurant. They'll spend some money, good money on lunch or a nice place. Do you what do you
I've done breweries before. I did a small mastermind at a nice restaurant, but I just did one at a old historic movie theater. We rented the theater.
Nice.
Right. That sounds so much more expensive than it was. Because we rented the smaller theater. It was like $500. It was not expensive. We split it with someone. It was actually really cool and people loved it. They got a free popcorn and or candy and like a soda and like it was like really neat. That was cool spot.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I think if you find cool spots too that people would like, I've done coffee shops. I've rented out, just different rooms and different places. I think the cooler the spot, the topic matters, the location, the parking, just all of those things you have to think about. And I've also gone into the offices of the brokers. Like Keller Williams has a training office. So that was really cheap because you just have to bring lunch.
Yeah. Very cool.
Hey, Laura, I got a question. Do you find that you get better attendance with them knowing it's CE? Or are you finding that they show up better when it's just less casual or less forced?
Unless you're speaking at one of their meetings, I don't get great attendance on lunch and learns. You just don't. People are,
They'd rather go from a purpose. They want to make the best use of their time.
Well, I think it drives, and Scott and I talk about this a lot. Hence, I love that he's doing the CE route. I think it's more intentional. And you get their buy-in because they're getting something. They know that the value of the delivery of whatever the topic is going to be substantially greater than just the traditional lunch and learn, because maybe it has to meet the requirements. But I was just curious on the attendance, so thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
And Laura, does the CE lead into other things that turn into one-on-ones or maybe smaller group workshops type stuff? That's what I'm wondering, because that's where I see the advantage of, obviously you got to do the CE class, you got to spend the hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, whatever it is. But then those lead into relationships that turn into maybe one-on-ones and stuff like that. Do you focus on that when you do the CE?
Yes. Yeah. And I'll pick a couple agents. You can't work with everybody in the world. You got to really be choosy and like I said, intentional with who you want to work with. But I just had an agent or two call me and say, oh, I heard from someone else that you did a CE on condos. I have condo questions. Actually had a couple. I had a couple agents after that. Bingo. But yeah. And then, I've gotten agents from CE classes as well. It's just all things to make you stand out, like as an expert in your field.
And you got Mark said you put the CDLP on hold, but you guys are working towards that as well. So now you'll tie that into it. And then I work with Lynn on that. So if you ever, I'd have a call with Lynn because I won't personally do it, but you guys could drive so much business and not have to deal with the mortgage planning per se, or the divorce planning, and still get the mortgages back. So just a thought there to keep you in your zone.
Well, even taking that a step further and do a co-host a CLE class with your favorite real estate agent and have them fill the room with all the attorneys, mediators, and family law people.
That's a great idea.
That's kind of Scott, and that's our
a blow up. Yeah, we're taking
I love that.
She's got 7 classes she's submitting to Dora, and then we're gonna work it. And just I'll keep you posted on this. I told Laura a little bit about it, but she's got 7.
I have my CDLP, Laura. I used to work with Jody.
Oh, nice. Oh, I love that.
Phenomenal program for sure. And we've encouraged so many people from the show, including Scott and a lot of people on here have their CDLP.
Yeah, it's fantastic. That's a great market, and you really are helping people that are just so lost. I just met with a lady yesterday. She found me in a news group on Facebook, and just somebody that works with people that are going through divorces.
Love it.
So I'm going to finish that. It's just a lot. You can only do so much.
I can only do so much. Sean, this is another one for you, Laura. This is when I was really there. We did this in the middle of the winter and brought in a babysitter and had a wine and cheese table on the lobby. We had 50, 75 kids there. Kids and moms.
Great idea.
So bring the kids.
Ooh.
Yeah. You could tie that
You
into
could do it for like a Mother's
that's
Day
a monster.
mimosa. Something
Oh my
like
God, that is
Oof.
such a good idea. I'm going to borrow that idea. I have this agent that's asking me to do.
With Uber rides home, right?
Yeah, it's asking me to do something. But yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, Mother's Day mimosa somewhere where it's
Mom and mimosas.
Set it up. Mom and mimosas. I love it.
Up in the Northeast, we would do it just to get people out of the cold.
Yeah. Well, I think you get people there no matter what. Like wine, you put wine in that title, and I don't know about you, but I'd be there just to. All right. Any other questions for Laura? Laura, you're amazing. I'm just honored to call you a friend, and Mark. I just love you guys, and congratulations on all the people that you're helping. I know you're 100% relationship based, and it's just it's enlightening to see that, and you guys really truly care about people and put yourself out there. So congrats. And there's a lot of people watching, including me, myself, and I. All three of me are watching. So we're just gonna follow. I'm gonna swipe and do and give back and keep giving you ideas, and I'll keep getting ideas from you. And I mean, you're doing what's right. And so, guys, if you're wondering what to do what she's doing. It's almost that easy.
We can learn from everyone can learn from each other, and I love being here. I have no other reason to be here except I just enjoy, Scott, spending time with you and your show, and everyone on here just wants to do better, and we all just want to do better and support each other. So.
Yeah. It's a good time. Good stuff.
What do you use for your CRM?
For my CRM.